Notre Dame Fighting Irish class. We're looking at it right now. That's a top 10 class by pretty much any discernible metric in the industry. And Notre Dame been in the news a lot. And sometimes classes fall apart. Sometimes classes coalesce. And that is absolutely what is happening in South Bend, Indiana. Again, we have them 7th nationally and some very, very notable prospects here. But you don't need to listen to me drone on and on about that when we have the head coach of the Fighting Irish, Marcus Freeman, in the house. Coach Freeman, we are delighted to welcome you in to our signing day show this morning. So the first thing I want to do is welcome you, and I want to ask you, for everyone, this has been about as wild a drinking out of a fire hose transition as you could undergo, and yet you look rested, you look energetic, you look ready to go. What's this been like so far?
Well, it's been a whirlwind, but it's extremely exciting. Yeah, my energy is as high as it can go just because of the opportunity to lead this football program. I can't tell you how excited I am.
What was interesting to me is when you guys were figuring out your staff there. In some cases, that's still going on, but when you were figuring out your staff, you guys talked a lot about what it means to commit to Notre Dame. And you and a lot of those coaches committed to Notre Dame. Well, now we're selling that same message and that same vision to kids in this class and future classes. I'm very interested because this means something. What does it mean to commit to Notre Dame? Why is that special unto any other program in America?
Well, I think Notre Dame is a place that will change your life for the better. You know, students that come here, no matter if you're an athlete or not, you spend 4 years on this campus, you're going to be better because of it. And that's what we want these young athletes to realize is, yes, you want to play for a championship program, and you can do that here at Notre Dame. But the reality is that after 4 years on this campus and 4 years in this community, you're going to be a better person because of it. You're going to be better equipped to take on this world when you leave this place. And that's why it's so exciting to be a part of this university.
Coach, when you look at this class and you look at your current roster, what were some of the most critical factors that you guys knew you needed to address here? And maybe where are some places you still want to address?
Well, you know, for me, it was a little bit unique in terms of being on the defensive side of the ball not more than 2 weeks ago, focusing on the defense. And I know one position we needed was linebacker. And so we addressed that issue, signing 4 guys, and that's what we needed to do. We ended up signing 3 DBs. But then as you become the head coach, you look at the other side of the ball. And in a position that we definitely wanted to address was the offensive line. And we signed 5 guys on that side of the ball. And so that's extremely exciting of all these players coming in. And a lot of these guys are mid-years. And so they'll be here in less than 4 weeks. And so I can't wait to get to work with them and get those guys integrated with our team and watch them blossom as we move forward.
Coach, what's the message moving forward when you look at where Notre Dame is and you look at where you want to get? Is it an intangible that it takes to get you there? Are there some critical brick and mortar pieces that you need when you get out of this signing day and you're moving forward? What are the points of emphasis for Notre Dame football?
Well, I think it starts with finishing off this year right? We're 11-1 right now. We got a chance to finish as a champion of the PlayStation Fiesta Bowl, and so that's my focus right now is making sure we finish this year right, and we use that momentum as we go forward in terms of recruiting, in terms of the culture, and enhancing this culture in terms of not changing it, but making sure that we are all enhancing. We're all doing this thing together, and it's exciting. It's exciting because you get to do it with unbelievable student athletes and unbelievable staff, and I am really looking forward to the future of Notre Dame football.
Coach, one more as we get you out of here. What was the reception from guys you already had verbally committed when the coaching transition happens and you speak to them for the first time? Some you already had an established relationship with, but what was the general feedback you got and what was your message to them?
Well, the first, I apologize because none of these guys signed up for a head coaching change within 2 weeks of signing day. And so when you have change, there's a little bit of uncertainty. Hey, what's going to happen? Is this really where I want to go? And so my job was to get into as many homes as I could and make sure we sat down and understand there is no difference. If you knew me as the defense coordinator, there is no difference between Marcus Freeman, the defense coordinator, and Marcus Freeman, the head coach. The person is still the same. The responsibilities might be different, but the person is still the same. And so the offensive guys, it was to try to develop a relationship with them. You know, I didn't have a great relationship with the offensive commits. And so I tried to get into as many offensive guys' homes and be able to sit down with their family and say, hey, this is what the leader of Notre Dame football is going to be like. And you committed to Notre Dame. You didn't commit to a person, and understand that Notre Dame's not changing. Although the leadership might change, the University of Notre Dame is not going to change. And so understand what you committed to and understand this place is still the same. And this place is still going to change your life. And, you know, for the most part, the majority of guys stayed here and are committed to Notre Dame.
Are you used to hearing people say Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman yet?
Not yet. Still sounds surreal, and I don't want it to be. I was thinking about it today. I like it. I like the ability to say, you know what, this is still new. This is still a dream opportunity, and so I'm going to take that approach. Hopefully, as long as I live, when I'm in this seat, and understand that at any moment this can be taken away. So never take it for granted.
I appreciate it, brother. Keep that smile as long as you can, and keep that energy today as long as you can. Long day. We appreciate you taking some time to join us. Notre Dame head coach Marcus Freeman. Have a good one, brother.
Thanks, man. Great being on here.